There's a particular character in bluelock, and this is one of the most disrespectful characters in bluelock thus far. And this person is crowned the demon of bluelock, and the man I'm talking about is Ryusei Shidou. This man is straight up crazy, and I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, his introduction was literally him holding up Igaguri by his head. And he even lost a whole match because he kept beating his opponents up and he got sent off with a red card. And as Shidou was about to give Igaguri a dent in his head worse than a League of Legends streamer, Kunigami protected Igaguri. But little does Kunigami know, this is the worst thing he has done. Shidou then kicked Kunigami and then offered him a match. And during their match, Ryo was bringing the ball upfield and Shidou was looking like the boogeyman, forcing Ryo to pass the ball to Kunigami. And Shidou pulled up to Kunigami's blind spot and stole the ball. Then he said, "So we've got Lil Purple Bun over here whose overall specs are high but tediously balanced, and then Mr. Hero who only ever thinks about his left power shot. That's not gonna make my heart explode, you know?" Kunigami was stuck. He was like, "Yo, does this guy have no weakness?" Shidou then gave Igaguri the ball just to get it back and then hit the meanest shot ever. Igaguri lobbed the ball up, Shidou turned around, jumped up, and hit the craziest bicycle kick I've ever seen in my life. This man Shidou is crazy. And as the people who passed the second selection phase were walking out, there was one person left. Is it Kunigami? Of course not. It was Shidou, and Isagi could not believe this. He was like, no way Kunigami would go out like this. Shidou then said, "But things did end. I've sent him on his way to hell. He had a heart that was upright and pure. But a shitty hero like him, with all his pureness and seriousness, was just a slime that couldn't even give me enough XP to level up." Shidou basically just called Kunigami a level 1 crook from one of those under-budget mobile game ads. And Isagi tried to speak up for his friend, but Shidou then threw a kick at Isagi, and without Chiguri, Isagi would have been down for the count. After Kunigami had lost, he had the option to either give up and go through the exit or enter wildcard. And that's how Shidou turned Kunigami emo. And eventually Shidou was even muzzled and straitjacketed at one point because of how violent he is. And while he was isolated, he was having a one-sided conversation with Ego and said, "Let me out 4 eyes, I promise I won't hit anybody else." And when Ego didn't respond to him, bro just started tweaking out. He started screaming. He said, "Are you listening? I'll kill you." And then Itoshi decided he wanted Ryusei Shidou to be on his team. So Sei became a lawyer real quick and freed Shidou of his cage and told him to go berserk. And then there was a meeting with the entire U20 team in order to introduce Satoshi Sei, and this guy Shudo Sendo made a terrible decision. He had insulted Shidou, saying he was just an add-on to Toshi Sei, and he then made an even worse decision by making an enemy of Sei. Sendo had told Sei to not underestimate the U20 team, and that he may be causing a stir overseas, but he is still at auxiliary club level. As well as saying how Sei should watch his mouth because as things stand, Sendo is technically above Sei in ranking. Sei then absolutely clowned Sendo and broke down his entire career. Shidou then decided to get involved, so he slammed Sendo through a table while telling them that as a half-ass striker, he should watch his mouth. And then after slamming one of their players through a table, he told the U20 team to make him a starter if he wins, and Sendo then insulted Shidou again, calling him a no-name asshole. Shidou then threw a kick at Sendo's face because he doesn't tolerate any level of disrespect. But Oliver Aiko had caught this kick and had detained Shidou, which also saved this man from a concussion and possibly a career-ending injury. Shidou just doesn't care, he wants to fight everybody. And in the U20 match, Shidou was him. And before Shidou was in the match, the U20 team was tied with bluelock, and the president of the Japanese Football Association was livid. And at halftime, Sei was like, "Alright, I've seen enough. I'ma go now." He said, "I saw what I came for, and I'm satisfied, so I no longer have a reason to play in this match." And everybody on the U20 team had realized at the rate that we're going, they were gonna lose to bluelock, and bluelock would take all of their places. Oliver Aiko had said, "We're weak, but we do still have a chance. We still have our demon. He was number 13. And this actually made Sei want to play for the rest of the match. And just like that, Shidou's in the match, and as soon as he stepped foot on the field, things got disrespectful. Itoshi Rin had said, "This is as far as your explosion goes," but Shidou said, "Let's make it clear which one of us is number 1, Rin." And when Shidou got the ball, he was actually cooking without acknowledging any of his teammates or his team formation. And this was all part of Itoshi Sei's plan. Shidou passed the ball to Sendo and then Sei got the ball, and at first this may look like a shot, but no. It was a pass to Shidou, and Shidou was about to score this crazy shot, but Nico just in time managed to intercept the shot by hitting Shidou in his foot and receiving a yellow card in return. And Nico even later admitted that he couldn't stop Shidou without fouling him. As soon as Shidou stepped foot on this field, that's when the tables turned, and as a result of Nico fouling Shidou, this only fueled Shidou even more. And during his free kick, he began running past the defenders and gave Itoshi Sei the ball. And Chigiri tried to stop Sei's pass, but this meant Shidou jumped up and hit a screamer of a goal. Igo then decided to sub Chigiri out after this, and Chigiri was out here crying. I honestly feel bad for bro. He had to put up with trying to defend Shidou. Shidou then said he felt a big bang coming. Ryo was then copying Oliver Aiku's techniques while guarding Shidou, as well as trash-talking Shidou, which made him shoot a shot out of anger, which Gagamaru had caught. And Gagamaru then kicked a pass to Nagi all the way from his goal. And instead of Nagi inbounding the ball, Itoshi Sei managed to get it. Sei then threw a crazy pass that nobody understood besides Asagi. And even though Asagi understood it, he realized none of them can react to it. Shidou was running after the ball until Gagamaru headbutted the ball and the ball went flying into the air, but this didn't stop him. Shidou jumped in the air and hit a super goal. And just like that, Shidou changed the U20 team from struggling against bluelock to winning. And even Igo had said, I have no more plans beyond this. We're going to lose this match. And crazy enough, they didn't. Asagi clutched up, and sadly Shidou just wasn't enough to make up for an entire team. And now, one of the most insane matches is about to happen. PXG vs Bastard Munchen. And Shidou's going for the #1 spot. But before the match even started, Shidou walked up to Kaiser and said, when I beat you, that means the whole world will know who I am. Pretty hip, am I right? And this is still ongoing, so I can't really cover it in this video. And let me know in the comment section below what your favorite goal from bluelock is. For me, it has to be Shidou's goal from the U20 match where he hit that super goal and entered the flow. And if you would like to interact with me, my community, drop some memes, just talk, show off your art, or maybe even self-promo, then you can join the Discord that can be found in the description box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, then you can leave a like and subscribe. It's completely free on your end and helps me out way more than you may think. But that's gonna be all for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!